I am beating every N64 game, and I mean all of them. The twist is, the next game I play is randomly selected, so I have no clue what's coming next. This is the journey to beating every N64 game. Game number 137, Mahjong Hourouki Classic. Released exclusively in Japan in 1997, this game was developed by Alpha Unit and published by Imagineer. Ah, jeez. Well, it had to happen at some point. There are 7 Mahjong games in total on this console, and I've only played 3 of them so far. You know, maybe this one won't be so bad. These Mahjong games have all been so hard that surely we're due for an easy one, right? Who am I kidding? We're probably screwed. I actually enjoy playing Mahjong since learning it, but man, these N64 Mahjong games are just so unfair. The computer cheats like crazy and the clear conditions are absurd. This time though, maybe I've got a little trick up my sleeve. Let's get into it. Shout out to Who Was Phone on GameFAQs for writing translation guides for most of these Japanese N64 games. They've been invaluable for completing this challenge. Link in the description. So this game has something real interesting called counterfeit mode. First, it asks you to pick your character, as well as the 3 characters you play against. Now, here's the wild part. This game is based on a Mahjong manga from the 60s called Mahjong Wanderer's Story. I believe this is a true story of a man who got into Mahjong gambling just after the end of World War II. He made a lot of money by cheating. He either did this by using sleight of hand when shuffling the tiles, or memorizing the backs of tiles as they used to be imprinted on bamboo. All of this is to say the counterfeit mode is used to unlock cheats. You have to win a round of Mahjong to unlock the first cheat, then a new player joins. As long as you keep winning, you unlock more and more. All the cheats do is allow you to load your hand with good tiles, like injecting a royal flush into your hand when playing poker. Since the lore of this game is based on being a cheater, and the devs put this in as a mode, I decided to allow myself to use cheat codes provided I unlocked them myself. Who Was Phone has them all listed in his guide, but that would feel a bit overpowered. I believe this is the way the devs intended you to do the story mode anyway, as you will see later. Plus, screw these Mahjong games, the computer cheats so much. Time to return the favor. It took 2 tries, but I won the match and it felt great. 059125584. I'd be typing those numbers a lot. This was a cheat to stack my hand very close to Richie, one of the simplest Yakus in Mahjong. Like I said before, it keeps going with consecutive matches to allow you to unlock cheat codes. However, if you lose, you go all the way back to the start, which is exactly what I did on the very first hand of the next game. Yep, common rigged N64 Mahjong gameplay right there. Some guy pops up saying you'll never be able to pull off counterfeiting if you can't even win this or something like that. You know what? I only need 1 cheat code anyway. It's the worst one, but still. Wait a second. Richie? Yaku? What the heck are those things? Well, if you have no idea what Mahjong is, I explained it a bit in my first Mahjong video for this challenge, which I've linked in the description. A full explanation on how to play is way above the scope of this challenge, but the way I learned the basics is by playing Clubhouse games on the Switch. With that out of the way, the game does have a story mode, so that's what I'll be doing to beat this game. When you first start it, a disclaimer is posted that this game takes place directly after World War II, so some things may not have aged greatly. However, the devs wanted to faithfully recreate the story told in Mahjong Wanderer's Story. It begins with the main character, Attetsu. He's confronted by a soldier asking him how much money he's carrying around and says he could make way more by playing Mahjong. He went to a local business and met a man describing himself as a pro Mahjong gambler, Dosakane. The two are having a conversation over dinner and Dosakane convinces him to lie to his parents and say he's dropping out of school to get a job. Apparently Boyatetsu is just a teenager. He'll be able to make his parents believe him by winning money gambling on Mahjong. The next day we go to this very sketchy place called the Ox Club. A woman tells us if we want to play, we'll need to buy some chips. Boyatetsu acts like he doesn't know anything, saying, "Oh, are we playing poker?" Classic hustle maneuver right there. We take control of the first match of the story playing as Dosakane against 3 scary dudes. Playing a game of Mahjong is just like all the others. Your tiles are shown along with the tiles everyone has discarded. If an opponent calls for something like Bon or Chi, their face will pop up as they say it. Whenever you're presented with a tile you can take, it pauses the game until you decide what to do. I was glad there was an option to speed up gameplay in the options, because once you know what you're doing, it's annoying to wait for tiles to go down. The game has a bit higher skill required than others, as it doesn't suggest you declare Richie when you're in Tenpai. If you don't notice, then too bad I guess. Tenpai is kind of like yelling Uno when you play that game, you know? Also, your tiles are auto-sorted, which is a nice quality of life feature. I won my very first hand via Ron, which has kind of become a meme in my channel of the opponents getting Roned. Get Roned. It feels so good to do it. It was a big win too. Richie and the Tanya with both a Dora and Uradora. Easy 8,000 points for me. If you notice, the meter in the bottom left filled up drastically from this hand. The game was going well and I was actually winning a few hands after that. Then the best part. Between hands, if you press Z plus A, it brings up the passcode screen. Remember those numbers from before? I entered them and Dosekain went to work. My starting hand was insanely lucky. Or that's what the other players thought. I was just a few tiles away from winning right from the get-go. However, both of those meters decrease. I think they're supposed to be like spirit energy meters, you know, like in an anime when the character harnesses the energy of nature or something like that. In actuality, Dosekain was horribly addicted to meth, and I guess when he was really in tune with it, he got better at cheating. I'm not making that up, that's actually what the story is. Anyway, you can only use the cheats when you've built up enough spirit energy or whatever. The more powerful the cheat is, the more energy it requires. Since mine is the most basic one, it doesn't take all that much. In essence, you have to win hands legitimately first to build it up. I actually really like this way of playing. It's a clever spin on a traditional Mahjong game. A game in the story mode is a standard East-South match, so it'll go around the table twice. It'll end early if someone runs out of money though. I naturally dominated this match and was in first by a landslide. It then displays a brief stats screen about the hands each player won, and that's pretty much it. Now we get some more of the story. Hey wait, is that Michael Jackson? I think it's the hat. It seems like we got caught cheating because one of the soldiers beat me up. Or maybe that's not us? I don't know, it's hard to follow. I think we started teaming up with the owner of the Ox Club to find unsuspecting people. So now I was in a new match, this time playing as boy Attetsu. A nice friendly match with just a little bit of cheating, you know? I actually ended up getting second place this time around, which isn't good enough for this game. It presented me with a password to get back where I was, which is nice. That would really suck to have to play the entire story over again. It's a bit frustrating because usually getting second place in a Mahjong match is really good. Boy Attetsu went with the Ox Club owner to a new establishment to make some easy cash. However, this place did not allow Japanese people to enter. I guess that was a thing right after the war ended? I don't know, it said at the start some things wouldn't age well, and yeah. Anyway, the bar owner offers to play for us, so now I'm playing in a match as her. Good thing she also knew our little secret tricks and possibly did meth. I'll take this time to talk about the graphics and music. Honestly, the music is a bit lacking for a Mahjong game. It's super relaxed, like lounge music I guess. I don't know, it's just a disappointment after the amazing soundtrack from Jungle Simulation. For the graphics, I mean it's a Mahjong game. The table is going for a more realistic look, I'd say. It looks good enough, I don't know. After the match, the bar owner starts crying for some reason. I think she hustled those guys to pay off some of our debt, or maybe the people we hustled were in debt and now she feels bad about it. Either way, she sure is sad. Now we're in the Mahjong Club somewhere and we meet this guy named Shimizu. I don't know which one he is. Apparently he's an elite player, but he has horrible luck. Or maybe everyone's cheating against him. After we stole all Shimizu's money, apparently he died. At least that's what the text says. Maybe it's supposed to say debt instead of death? I don't know. It shows the Ox Club again and remarks how we were making a good living by hustling all the American soldiers who came there to drink and gamble. Then there's yet another Mahjong match. I know I'm not really talking much about the gameplay, but there's just nothing here. All you do is play Mahjong over and over. Now whether you find that fun is one thing, but it's just the same gameplay every time, you know? Kinda like a sports game. That being said, I do enjoy playing Mahjong, just not N64 Mahjong games with ridiculous clear conditions. This one at least is a bit more accessible to beat. After that match, we went to the local economics club where we met Demetoku. He's an elderly gambler who likes to go for big wins. Oh shoot, it's that guy from the counterfeit mode. Hopefully he's not on to us. Next, we meet a Japanese soldier named Joshu Tora. He offered us a place to stay in exchange for helping out his bad luck. Demetoku studies with us to learn the art of cheating. So you play as the old man here, but it's not like any of the characters behave differently. All of them just play the game identically. I guess you just see a different picture. They even have the same level of spirit energy. Oh shoot, this time after winning it immediately put me in a new match playing as Attetsu. Having to win 2 matches in a row, the game is stepping up. At least I can cheat. Now we're playing as Dosakane, and he's hustling his longtime gambling buddy, Jinroku. He's a veteran gambler, but when it comes to Mahjong, he's a novice. He'll have no idea we're up to our old dirty tricks. Next, we're at this sketchy bar, and it's 3 of us playing a big old con. Dosakane pretends he hasn't seen Boyatetsu in ages, and wonders if he still knows how to play. Then Demetoku walks in and pretends to not know what he's doing. The local soldiers can't resist the free money and ask us to play. After that, this long-haired dude named Sokin shows up. Apparently he's Dosakane's longtime Mahjong buddy. Oh my god, now it's all 3 of us ganging up on this guy. He has no idea. Dosakane even betraying his longtime friend. We've fallen so far. After that match, my god, what is this close-up view? This dude looks like he's a mob boss. They're talking about some blue sky rule they want to play with. Isn't that a social media platform? Sokin drops out, so now the 3 of us are taking on the mob boss, or whoever this guy is. Doesn't matter if there's blue sky, red sky, black sky, whatever. We've got sleight of hand. And meth. After getting annihilated, the mob boss wants more. So he puts up the deed to his house and the permit for his business as collateral. My god, this guy's an idiot. I guess he raged or something and said he'll be back, even though he's probably homeless now. Dosakane wanted more and decided to head to a high-stakes mahjong parlor. I think someone here is putting up their wife as a bet? What the heck, man? I get this is old, but still, who does that? This is kinda ridiculous. Also, now we're playing as Soko? Apparently we taught him how to cheat as well at some point. There were back-to-back matches here, with the second being played by Boyatetsu. After those matches, it was finally time for the big finale. All 4 cheaters came to their natural conclusion. This town is only big enough for one Mahjong cheater. All the other people realized we were cheating, so we've got no one else to hustle. We have to play each other. Seems like it would be a weird match if everyone is cheating, and they all know their cheating methods, but sure, okay. You play as Demetoku in this for some reason, even though Boyatetsu is the main character. Once I'd won, it showed an image sequence showing the main characters with all their names. This sure looks like a victory sequence to me. Once it ends though, it pops up saying this is not the true ending of the game. To achieve the true ending, you must play the role of Kurein Boto. Who the heck is that? And then it just starts the same match over again? I'm not really sure what this is trying to say because it just keeps playing that same match over and over again. I feel like this is like an any percent ending, so that's enough Mahjong for me. Game complete. So yeah, there you have it. My journey to beating Mahjong Hourouki Classic. I would have never in a million years imagined I'd learn to play Mahjong, but yet here I am with my 4th Mahjong game on this console. What can I say? They all pretty much play the same. And I don't mean like sports games where they're a bit different but feel the same. These are literally the exact same. At least this one had a story to it, and I thought the spirit energy and cheating mechanics were cool. Still though, there's no reason to ever play one of these games. If you want to play Mahjong, just play Mahjong Soul on the PC. I gave it a 3 out of 10 for enjoyability and a 3 out of 10 for difficulty. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Have a sneak peek at the next game. So there are 253 games on the list. Could be any of them. Let's find out what we get. 3, 2, 1, go. 224. What's that? We are playing the next Top Gear game. which is Top Gear Overdrive. Top Gear Rally was game number like 8 or something like that, so it's been a long time. But there we go. It has been chosen. But yeah, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. It helps the channel a lot. And if you like this series, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one.